I think Marines by nature are optimistic, right? And so, oftentimes it's difficult to really put into words, but when you see somebody that's had either been in an IED strike or that has been in some small arms engagements and they're apprehensive to go outside the wire, but you see that, look, they're not going to let down their team.
Operation Iraqi Freedom was an operation to remove Saddam Hussein and the Ba'athist regime from power in Iraq. 7th ESB, they had the mission of breaching the obstacle belt on the Iraqi-Kuwaiti border. Breaching involves filling in tank ditches, cutting barbed wire, and also bulldozing holes through earthen berm. We were tasked with conducting the assault breach point west for Task Force Tarwa and cross the line of departure at midnight. What was 5 kilometers of Kuwaiti border obstacle complex and then 10 additional kilometers of Iraqi border obstacles. 7th ESB, they had the general engineering mission, which meant route maintenance. It meant getting the Marines through the berms on the Kuwaiti-Iraqi border. Our responsibility was to make sure that we could pass all the assault forces into Iraq at 06. We had pretty good illumination that night, so it actually worked to our advantage. The most difficult part about that is just simply the uncertainty of, are we going to get hit with something? Because we were pretty confident we could take care of any type of engagement, because the Marines were very good at that. But it was just a matter of what's going to hit you from above that you can't detect necessarily.
I do remember at the time my tank commander, he pulled his platoon together and he told us, like, listen, if this happens, just think of it like another field op. Once that first main gun round goes off, you're going to feel like you're back in 29 Palms. His words were very true. As soon as the first main gun went off, it felt like I was training again. So I would definitely say that the first 96 hours was just, don't stop moving. Keep going, don't stop the momentum.
The first time that I actually took contact and we received fire, I think I'll always kind of remember that particular instance. But that first realization as you look over and you realize that rounds are impacting closer and closer to you, I think it flips a switch to where you have a further understanding of what you're actually involved in and how important your job is and what should happen if you fail.
Every day we just kind of, it's a new day, right? And so my responsibility was to make sure that my Marines were prepared and ready for it. But it's just a matter of making sure that they're doing okay.
Being that young, and obviously you're over 18, so you're an adult in the eyes of the world. I don't think anybody's done growing at that point. I think it gave me more than anything appreciation. Appreciation for my own job, appreciation for the Marine Corps, appreciation for the mission, and really how important everything you do ties into a bigger picture.
I couldn't remember the exact date that we rolled into Baghdad, because when we rolled in there, we drove around the city square. We had the hatch open. I look over to my left and I see what we call a Hercules, which can tow a tank. They're attaching it to the top of the statue and they're bringing it down.